Now, I'm a very uninformed man, right? I'm very stupid, some would say, right? First of all, how was the Nintendo Direct? I mean, there was about 2 games there in about 40 minutes, so that's a pretty good Nintendo Direct
Hey, that
nowadays.
looks like you.
What is going on with this submarine? It's everywhere. All you hear is about the submarine. What is going on?
With 5 people on board heading for the wreck of the Titanic, has lost contact with its mothership. Nobody knows where it is or even whether the crew is still alive. But yesterday afternoon, we got some clues from the U.S. Coast Guard who may have as little as 48 hours left to find a needle in a haystack.
It is a remote area, and it is a challenge to conduct a search in that remote area. But we are deploying all available assets to make sure that we can locate the craft and rescue the people on board.
What do we know about this vessel? Who was on board? Where might search teams find it? And just how challenging a search is this going to be?
Is this guy trying to steal my Mizkif mail?
The submersible is called Titan. It's a small ship, only about 22 feet long, which is tight for 5 people. One of those people we know is British billionaire, pilot, and explorer Hamish Harding. He has been posting on social media about the trip. Also on board, French diver Paul-Henri Nargeolet, Shahzada Dawood and his son Suleiman from one of the wealthiest families in Pakistan, and the CEO of the company that runs these expeditions himself, Stockton Rush. Now, seats on board the Titan are expensive. Typically, it's $250,000 for the option.
Oh my god! Oh, so it's a bunch. Oh, so I was wondering why everyone didn't care. It's because it's a bunch of billionaires.
Opportunity. Titan launched Sunday morning from a larger ship, about 370 kilometers off the coast of Newfoundland.
Oh, okay. Chat, there's still people. Come on.
The interest in the Titanic is the reason we go there. Almost nowhere else in the deep ocean can you get funding to go back every year for decades and see how coral reefs develop and see how metals decay and see how currents change.
Yes, this is a ship designed to bring tourists to the Titanic, and in a pretty unconventional way.
I would never do this. You're out of your goddamn fucking mind if you think I'd ever... Why would you do this? Why would you do this? Why would you do this? I could just type in Titanic on Google. I don't need to go there. Why would I do this? Yeah, just by looking at this, I feel suffocated. I feel suffocated.
Rip Bozo.
The CEO said openly he doesn't hire for skills. Oh my god.
Yo, I'm gay.
My family would want me to be here. Stepson of British billionaire on board missing Titanic sub attends Blink 182 concert. After learning of disappearance, it says music helps me in difficult times. Oh my god. Yo. British billionaire Hamish Harding is among those on the... Bro, if his dad comes out of this, he'll never talk to his son again. Ever. His stepson, Brian Cesaz, posted about going to a Blink 182 concert on Monday. Oh my god, that is so sad. Your stepson is lost at sea. California man
Blink
who's
182 greater than.
California man whose billionaire stepfather's on the missing sub asks OnlyFans model to sit. Your stepson dad is lost at sea. California man whose billionaire stepfather's on missing sub asks OnlyFans model to sit on him for 30 minutes after pleading for prayers as he triggers war of words with Cardi B over Blink 182 concert. Oh my god, this guy is nuts. The stepson of a billionaire who's missing on the Titan sub publicly flirted with an OnlyFans model moments after seeking and asking prayers for a stricken relative. Yeah. My god. Yes, please. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, he's got to shoot his shit right now. Now's his chance. OceanGate's CEO Stockton rushes on board the vessel, which vanished on Sunday along with French Navy veteran P.H. I'm not saying that last name. But he quickly mocked online for making the pass at the OnlyFans star. How is his father going to feel if he comes out of this alive? What a piece of trash celebrity celeb. Cardi B trying to get clout off me and my family suffering. I went to a Blink 182 concert for coping rather than sitting at home and watching the news. Shame on you, Cardi. Get some class. Yet this guy's hitting on OnlyFans models. Cardi B, we know all your latest releases are trash, but is your career this desperate for attention now? Yeah, this guy definitely watches Asmon. Like, 150,000% this guy plays Classic WoW all day. I will put my job on it that this guy plays Classic World of Warcraft and fucking plays it all day. I guarantee you. There's no doubt in my mind. That is this. Let's get back to the video. Okay, so the stepson is absolutely crazy. What else is happening?
Completely new approach to the sub design, and it's all run with this game controller and these touch screens. So if you want to go forward, you press forward. If you want to go back, you go back. Turn left, turn right, go down, go up.
Yo.
And it's Bluetooth, so I can hand it to anybody.
From what
Wow. This sounds like that guy, the CEO, took a bunch of like LSD or something or like shrooms and had this idea, made it happen with all the money he has, and it was not as good as it should have been. Yeah, that's controller drift. I can't believe that this is real.
what we know, Titan had already made this trip several times this year. But
Hold on, someone tweeted. The CEO of OceanGate, which is operating the missing Titanic tourist submarine, explains what the company didn't want to hire and experienced 50-year-old white guys because they weren't inspirational.
Listen to what he talks about. The CEO talks about hiring people.
Yes, I mean, when I started the business, one of the things you'll find there are other sub-operators out there, but they typically
Quarter of a mil
have
pride.
gentlemen who are ex-military submariners, and you'll see a whole bunch of 50-year-old white guys. I wanted our team to be younger, to be inspirational, and I'm not going to inspire a 16-year-old to go pursue marine technology. But a 25-year-old, who's a sub-pilot or a platform operator or one of our techs can be inspirational. And so we've really tried
to
get very intelligent, motivated, younger individuals involved, because we're doing things that are completely new. We're taking approaches that are used largely in the aerospace industry is related to safety and some of the preponderance of checklists, things we do for risk assessments.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Aviation related than ocean related. And we can train people to do that. We can train someone to pilot the sub. We use a game controller. So anybody
talks
can drive
about
the
it.
Sub.
And he literally talks about it. He says anyone could drive the sub with our game controller. I can't believe this is real. Where's the video?
let's be clear here. This is a very remote area, and the ocean floor where the Titanic wreckage is about 13,000 feet deep.
I don't even remember being unsubbed. Oh well.
Ruined my business. I used this controller to control my submarine, and it ruined my business when we lost an entire crew because the receiver lost connection. I am now being sued by the families and have been financially ruined. I would not suggest that buying this item. This is so bad. I feel so bad for the people on board, man. I feel so bad. Why? Okay, let me ask you this. If these people weren't billionaires and they were middle-class citizens, would you feel bad? The answer is yes, you would. If you found that they were average citizens, you would feel bad. Just because they're billionaires does not mean I think they should die. Okay? I think that's a pretty ridiculous thing to go from okay, they're billionaires, I'm glad they're dead. You know? I feel like that's pretty extreme. And there's also apparently a 19-year-old girl on board. Like, you want her to die too? Like, what? 19-year-old son. Like what? The son should die too?
This shit is going to be internet historian video.
No shit, they shouldn't die, but they did that to themselves. Well, I mean, they got on board and did this, but they trusted the company. I mean, the person that's the big fuck is the CEO. The CEO is the problem. Like, they trusted the company, yes, but, I mean, is that necessarily... Like, I'm just asking.
Last few dollars to spare. Please make me and shout me out, frown peepo pog, please.
Like, you trust an Uber driver when you get in his car, right? To not kill you. But he could kill you. And if he did kill someone while he's in an Uber driver, would you say it's that person's fault? Because it's stupid to get into somebody's car that you don't know. But because if they're billionaires, okay, what if a billionaire got in an Uber and then he died? Would you say it's his fault, right? Yes, because you should have bought a driver. Okay, I see. So TLDR, you guys are happy billionaires are dying. What is wrong with you? Come on.
Subbing from my submarine.
Chat, what
near
if
the Titanic
what if
wreck.
I become a billionaire off of OTK one day? What if Unrooted becomes a $1 billion game? Are you going to want me to die? Yes. Hassan's offline. What do you
Uber showed
expect?
up and it's 2 pieces of wood and some broken wheels, and someone still got in the car. Yay, they be fucking are.
I understand what you're saying. Like, okay, yeah, it's they could have known. But I guarantee you if this wasn't $250,000 and was $500, there would be normal people on board there right now, potentially dying, and you would all be saying, oh my God, this sucks for them. I feel so bad. Yes. Yeah, Mitch Jones signed a kick, I heard. Popular streamer Mitch Jones accidentally signs 2-year exclusive deal. Oh my God, young Jeff. What the fuck? Do people actually believe it? Why did this get 55,000? Dude, 55,000 people don't even know who Mitch Jones is. Jeff, why are you tweeting this shit not on the OTK account? It's your job to pay. We pay you to do OTK account shit, and you're tweeting the best shit on your main. Stay out of drama, maybe I could. I literally do. I literally do. Which reminds me, we should go to LSF. Let's go see what's going on today. Jeff, bring back people with pieces. You're pissing me off. All right. So where were we? Yeah, chat, you would 100%, if there was billionaires, were 5 people that were middle-class citizens, you would not want them to die. I'm 100% right. The only one that is completely a moron and a jackass is the CEO.
Almost 2 years away.
Because he's willing to put people's lives at risk for a dumb thing with a controller.
Hours just to go straight down.
It is not for the faint-hearted to do something like this. To get in that sub, it's very close quarters. You're in it for a long time. You're bolted in from the outside. There's no way out. There's no hatch to get out of it.
The problem started about 1 hour and 45 minutes after the submersible began making its descent. Communication between it and the ship it launched from just cut off, which is really bad because from that moment on, command crews on the surface have no idea whether the crew below needs help, whether they're lost, whether other critical equipment has also failed, or whether the ship itself is even still intact.
It's the depth, that's the thing. That's the big factor. You know, to get the submersible back to the surface is the big thing.
The pressure when you're that deep underwater is enormous. About 4,000 people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the controller's the craziest thing in the world, because, yeah, I knew that the U.S. Navy's newest submarine comes with an Xbox controller. Like, yes, right? Like, we this is something that was known, but it's more so something that, why is this guy doing all this when he has no idea what he's doing?
PSI, pounds per square inch, which, just to put that in perspective, is like having the weight of a car pressing down on every square inch of the ship. According to OceanGate, that's the company that owns the vessel, there are sensors on board that monitor that pressure, making sure the ship doesn't crumple under the weight. That can theoretically give the crew on board enough time to realize if there's a problem and then rise back up to the surface. But that relies on everything running the way it should.
I hated this fucking music. Bro, just tell me what's going on.
Let's go straight back to our main story.
Like, fuck. Like,
Glimmer of hope in the search for a sub that disappeared on its way to the wreck of the Titanic. Rescue teams detected underwater noises in the search zone, but time is running out with less than 24 hours of oxygen reportedly left on board. Roxana Saberi is following the
Oh, shit.
Boston. Roxana, good morning.
Good morning, Vlad. The U.S. Coast Guard confirms that a Canadian aircraft detected underwater noises in the search area. Crews then refocused their search to try to pinpoint where those noises were coming from. They have not been able to find anything so far, but their search continues. To put in perspective just how massive this search area is, it is larger than the state of Connecticut and roughly twice as deep as the Grand Canyon.
Oh, yeah, Rip Bosa, they're done. Oh, yeah, there's no fuck. It is over. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, they're dead.
We will do everything in our power to effect a rescue.
With just hours of oxygen left, rescuers say they're doing everything they can to find the missing submersible.
What are the biggest challenges you're facing?
You're dealing with a surface search and a subsurface search, and frankly, that makes it an incredibly complex operation.
U.S.-based OceanGate Expeditions operated the voyage, which takes tourists to the famous Titanic shipwreck in the North Atlantic Ocean, nearly 2.5 miles underwater. Rescuers say the vessel could be there on the ocean floor or on the surface, but even if it's floating, spotting the Titan won't be easy.
We're not expecting to see a large portion of it showing above the surface of the water, maybe a couple inches, a couple feet of it at the most.
Do you know if the people aboard the vessel have any way of communicating?
We haven't received any indication that they have any sort of communication device.
The Titanic is actually fulfilling its legacy of killing rich people. You are 100% right.
Bang noises.
It is literally the place to go for billionaires and millionaires. It's continuing to do its thing, where people are going there to die because they're rich. That is crazy.
Nice for us to be listening to.
OceanGate CEO and founder Stockton Rush is among those on board.
Sleeper.
We run the whole thing with this game controller.
In an interview with CBS Sunday Morning last year, Rush
Don't
defended
brag
the
about that.
safety of the submersible.
The pressure vessel is not MacGyver at all, because that's where we work with Boeing and NASA and the University of Washington. Everything else can fail. Your thrusters can go, your lights can go, you're still going to be safe.
According to 2018 court filings, a former OceanGate employee said he was fired after voicing concerns about the Titan, saying it posed potential danger to passengers as it reached extreme depths. But in court documents filed this April, OceanGate said the vessel was capable of diving the depth to the Titanic site with a comfortable safety margin.
On every dive we took, they lost communication. You know, going in, how very dangerous.
Oh my
this
God,
is.
they lost communication every time.
The Titan almost a year ago to see the Titanic wreckage.
No one walks into this surprised. Before you even get on, you sign this long waiver
Mizkif,
that
hey.
mentions possible death 3 times on the first page. So you know what you're getting into.
As for those underwater noises that were detected, the U.S. Coast Guard says data from the Canadian aircraft has been shared with U.S. Navy experts for more analysis and will be used in the search efforts. Anne-Marie?
Well, hopefully it is a good sign. I know, the ocean makes a lot of noises, but hopefully this is the one that they need. What is the latest on the search operation? And presumably at some point, if all goes well, they will be pivoting to a rescue operation. Are they prepared for that?
What is wrong with you guys?
Well, the U.S. Coast Guard just tweeted that 3 vessels have arrived on the scene this morning, and one of them has scanning sonar capabilities to help with the search. And also this morning,
stop linking me TikToks.
Of the U.S. Coast Guard told CBS News that an aircraft with sonar buoys detected noise in the water yesterday, but they don't know the source of that noise. He said there are a lot of metal objects at the Titanic.
Why would you do this, dude? Billionaires, I guess they beat life, right? They did everything, so now they're just going to this stupid shit. I would look, even if the Titanic was right here, that's probably as far as I would go to go down to the floor. I would never go all the way out here. Is wild.
Site, which could be the source.
Yeah, they're achievement farming.
The noise is, quote, a target to look at. Maugler also said crews will keep searching as long as there's an opportunity for survival. As for how prepared they are for a possible rescue, they say they're looking into various options, but if the submersible is found on the floor of the ocean, the options are quite limited. Anne-Marie?
Yeah, indeed.
Let's see. Depth is 13,000 feet. Capacity is 5 people. Life support 96 hours for 5 people. How long has it been? What's 96 hours? 4 days? Yeah. 4 days of oxygen. It's been 100. They have 22 hours left. They have until tomorrow. That is a very sad and painful way to die. I cannot imagine it. That is a very sad and painful. You are dying a very slow and terrible death of just slowly not dying through oxygen. Holy shit. So do you think these families are going to be able to sue them for billions of dollars because the Blink-182 kid's going to be pissed he got upset at a concert? Or do you think those waivers basically stops all of that? I mean, what I've learned is waivers don't mean anything when in legal, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, when it says death 3 times on the front page, yeah, I'm pretty sure waivers don't mean anything, chat. You'd be surprised how waivers can just not mean shit.
Why am I here?
The kid's about to inherit $1 billion. Yeah, that jackass. Who are they going to sue? The CEO who's also on the sub? Yeah, they would sue. They would sue the CEO's wealth or whatever, and they would get his wealth.
Mizzy, Mizkif, hug.
That's crazy. Is there anything else to this story besides it's basically just GG? And this kid's a fucking jackass? Why are they calling him a kid? He's 36. Oh, he's a California man. I can't believe he did this. He's 36 years old, and he's fucking adding OnlyFans models on the day his dad's disappearance happened. Shows how much he gives a shit about his father. Well, now, chat, hey, he's probably a billionaire now. Billionaire man trying to talk to OnlyFans chicks? It's fucking over. I'm not going to scroll down. I'm all right. God damn. Well, that's really depressing. Is there anything else on it besides the fact that they have 24 more hours?
When are you calling XQC, Hassan and Pokey? They're crying.
Tomorrow for sure. What's this? We built an unsinkable cruiser liner that crashed into an iceberg in 1912. So we can sell tickets for a makeshift submersive to visit the wreckage 4,000 meters below sea level. And then when it goes missing, we use the publicity to get free Blink-182 concert. Wait, that's actually genius. Chat, let me ask you. Just be real. Before any of this happened, if this thing was $100 to go on it, would you have gone on it?
Mizzy Tizzy Kizzy 123 and
you're saying that now because you know it failed.
I love you. Give
but
me
you
more.
do you really think you would have never gone on this? Because I would have never gone on this. Period. No. Okay. Yeah. I would. Me personally, I fucking hate this shit. I would never go on it. I have a problem with small spaces. One tip. Why do you stream then? What are you doing?
With that on the website, the sub. We didn't know anything about it. There's very little information on the website, just that it's a state-of-the-art, one-of-a-kind carbon fiber submersible. I didn't know at that point that you drive the thing with an Xbox game controller. I didn't know that the ballast was.
Look at these rich 50-year-old white people.
Construction pipes. You get there and then you start seeing this stuff, and now your mood crashes and you get a little worried. Like,
oh my god,
the level of polish and sophistication we're talking about. And then you get the tour, and Stockton Rush, the designer of the sub, the CEO, explains to you that all of this stuff, the lights and the handles and the propellers, these are off-the-shelf parts because, well, not only are they inexpensive, but they're tried and true. They're mass-produced. So the part we care about is the pressure vessel, the capsule where the people are. And that he designed with NASA and the University of Washington. And that, he says, is as locked down as it gets. His exact words were, everything else can fail, the lights can go out, the propellers can stop, but you will still be alive.
That is disgusting.
The night before, I was so panicked, which is very unlike me.
So this guy went on the board.
I did not sleep at all. I was completely trashed on the day of the dive. But once I was in the sub with Stockton and, the scientists and the crews outside doing what they had rehearsed over and over, I felt okay. I felt excited. I felt like they wouldn't do this if it was really dangerous. I knew that during the first season, they had a situation where the people were locked inside the sub for 27 hours on the surface just because it was too wavy to pull them back onto the ship. And they were fine. Like, they played games, they played music, they went to sleep. They stayed in there for 27 hours. So I feel like...
Yeah, I'd be having a panic attack. I'd be freaking the fuck out.
We have an adventure that we tell our kids about.
We have something to tell our kids about.
Yeah, you are bolted in from the outside. There are 18 bolts in a circle around the hatch. And by the way, they only fasten 17 of them. The 18th one is way up high, and they say there's really no mathematical difference.
Yo, what?
So you're right. The really nightmarish scenario is that they are alive at the surface, bobbing away, running out of air, and unable to get out.
Wow. I don't know what the stock footage is,
but... He told me, look, safety is relative. If you want complete safety in your life, don't get out of bed. That's what he said.
How do you get in a vessel with this? Okay, maybe I'm leaning more towards these guys were stupid. If you hear this, safety is relative to a guy when you're about to go miles deep into the Titanic. I'm not going.
So the people who go on these expeditions are not tourists. I mean, I know a lot of your viewers are horrified by the concept of getting into an enclosed, bolted-in minivan 2.5 miles down, but it's not for you. It's for really rich adventurer people who live for Blue Origin rocket rides and volcanoes and swimming with sharks. It's for people who define their lives by risk. So it's really not meant to be a consumer tourist outfit.
most critical component of the sub, is safe and capable of handling depths down to 4,000 meters repeatedly.
So in general, it's tragic, and I deeply feel for the families and the kids of these men. But I have to say, it comes with the life of a risk taker.
I really feel bad for that 19-year-old, like, mostly at this point. Also, like, what is that? Did a father bring him on? What father would bring on a kid to a vessel where you could potentially die?
But I will say, and this is important, that the people on this company's tours who do get to the Titanic, to a person, say that it is
Hey Alexa,
life-changing.
play
Say
Burning
that
Up
it is
by the
worth
Jones
every
Brothers.
nickel.
Also,
Say there is a
now that
before
you're a
and
millionaire
an after
again, can I
also on
borrow
the Titanic
10 bucks
in
for
person.
pizza?
I'm
So
not a
for
millionaire
these
yet.
People who have the money, they can't imagine not doing it.
Are they confirmed dead? What is the chances they're dead, Chad, at this point? 99% chance they're dead. They got, like, apparently they have, like, 20 more hours, and it's just GG. 99.99%. They said it's the size of Connecticut and twice as deep as the something. Which then keep in mind, even if they find them at this point and they're at the bottom of the sea, they have to somehow figure a way to get them out, which is going to be impossible. And then they only have 20 hours left before and they're bolted inside. I mean, I don't even know what you could do at this point. You would have to grab them within 20 hours and lift them all the way to shore, which then unbolt them. It just seems impossible. It's they might find the ship one day, right? Or find it in the next week or two, but they're going to be dead inside. There's no way they're not. Someone said it's 8 hours to get up. So it's going to take them 8 hours to bring the ship all the way up, let alone unbolt it. So they really only have like 12 hours left. Yeah. That's definitely over. You can bolt underground. Okay, but like, isn't the pressure the size of a car, right? How would they be able to do that? Because if they're doing that and they're going to open it underground or on the base of the ocean, it's just going to have tons of water go in and they're going to all die. Yeah, they can't. So they're just fucked.
Why did none of the people, claiming they knew that this was unsafe, stop the company from doing tours then?
Apparently people did. They complained about it and one guy quit.
People would sign up for this tour again after this event.
Maybe they hated billionaires.
I think, unfortunately, this has probably done a death blow to Stockton's plans for this adventure company.
Oh, they got fired. I asked for a refund. They were cutting too many corners. Friend of Hamish Harding says he pulled out of joining the billionaire on missing Ocean Gate sub Titan due to safety concerns. A thrill seeker who intended to join billionaire Hamish Harding on the missing Titanic sub pulled out of the dive because he thought Ocean Gate was cutting too many corners. Damn. Chris Brown. Damn. Oh, shit. That guy likes taking risks. Has paid the deposit to go on the doomed voyage, but says he changed his mind after becoming concerned of the quality of technology and materials used in the vessel. Among his concerns was OceanGate's use of old scaffolding poles for the ballast and the fact that its controllers were based on a computer game-style control. Like, this guy's just farming. This guy probably was never even going on the ship. He told the newspaper that despite being one of the first people to sign up for this trip, he ultimately decided the risks were too high.